change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come, change gon' come.
Mic check
gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come.
Yeah, change coming fast. Days running past, we made runners ablaze and stay numbered last. The pain that we display, you can't understand. That's why we move with the faith of David Abraham. We tryna pace where the apes be. Keys like HP, curses live at HD. Women chasing clout and brothers changing their faces. Screaming, oh God, send your son to save us.
So tired of all the pain. See all my people in it. Cause living day to day is hard to face. But know that on that day you can release them chains. So give him all the praise and change. Change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. Yeah, it's time for a change to come to my people. Cause Lord knows that we ain't treated equal. 400 years of the same old ish. Brave rob, killing spoil, getting off the ship. Now check it, can barely wait for that day to come. Getting ready for that war, time to beat the drum. And to the ones trying to hold me back with bent up faces, just call me Master Eddie, trading places.
Change gon' come, and it's coming fast. I know change gon' come, cause this world won't last. I know it's so much hurt, and it's so much pain. But when them cherries come, just know the world gon' change. Why my people cry, cause they tired of lies. That's why we face the east, pray to your how it shine. Cause change gon' come, prophecy says that change gon' come. Yeah.
So tired of all the pain. See all my people in it. Cause living day to day is hard to face. But know that on that day you can release them chains. So give him all the praise and change. Change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come.
Look, we've been trying to get up out of this, but we've been too busy worshiping some nonsense. Jesus. We want change that happen real quick, but we the stiff-necked people and we don't give a All women all up on Instagram, shaking and twerking their ass like they don't give a damn. And if we really want change, we gotta open our book and be baptized again. We gotta change.
So tired of all the pain. See all my people in it. Cause living day to day is hard to face. But know that on that day you can release them chains. So give him all the praise and change. Change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come, change.
Spend so much time getting this money, never realized them the faces of slave owners. Niggas a snake on you, he got shot in the face over slave owners. White people smile in my face, they the children of slave owners. They all fake, I hate them all, stole our history straight from us. Buying designer clothes from families traced back to slave owners. The Jewish man a bitch, they bought the land so we can't own it. They ain't get bought to slavery on no ships, like we ain't noticed. Deuteronomy 28, explain us leaving Cape Coast. Straight posters, throw stole our name and our history straight from us. King James was black and Christ was too. Man, they straight bogus, but playing with the children's roulette while it's loaded. I pray your days closer, like bang, blow your brains open. The goal is keep us slaves with the paper. Putting drugs in the streets to keep us chasing. Yeah, keep the men out the house while they children stay growing. Make it war with each other so division stay focused. Control the media to make them hate us. If we teach them hate theyself, they'll never make it. Yeah, discriminate them at the job and lock them up for selling drugs. If we keep on teaching hate, they will never learn to love.
They put demons all in our face, rose up idols all in our state, destroyed our mind with all of they talent, all and they piling on what they hate. Now we dying so they've raised to teach us lies with all that they say. That goes from schools to the media, designed to change the way you think and the way you pray, the words you speak and the money you pay for the things you get and the people don't know. So we marry their kids and we change our codes and the things don't grow when the kids get rich. Lose that money and the wife and kids and they start back over. This is a trap for a show, then they sell you music by the trap life. Seem like living in a trap life though. We don't get paid from the money they grow. We get pennies on the dollar, my bro. We get pennies on the dollar, my bro. Sometimes I really wanna holler at my bro. Tell them that we've been played on the low. We still slaves and they still own. We still slaves and they still own us.
The goal is keep us slaves with the paper.
Us.
Putting drugs in the streets to keep us chasing. Yeah, keep the men out the house while they children stay growing. Make it war with each other so division stay focused. Control the media to make them hate us. If we teach them hate theyself, they'll never make it. Yeah, discriminate them at the job and lock them up for selling drugs. If we keep on teaching hate, they will never learn to love.
AHOS.
Amen. When you come to serve the Lord, when you get this spiritual gift, prepare your souls. Prepare your souls. Because it's going to be ups and downs. It's coming.
Keep it pushing cause it's down to the wire. One of the best get tried by fire. If I fall, I can yell with a rake. Endure like I lead with the shakes. Push, you gotta endure. Pray, you gotta endure. Repent, you gotta endure. Faith, you gotta endure. As if it's a man in the mirror. Things can't get no clearer. Things in this world so paradox. Shit, we could never be an equinox. Lost my faith, fell in the water. Almost went back straight to the slaughter. Heaven and hell ain't really bother me. When I opened that book, I saw my decree. Learned from the best, so I saw Job. Dropped to my knees, now in prayer mode. Taking all these hits, home runner, being dragged through the mud, forerunner. Things went wrong, I rebuke God. All of them are feeling so bro, we had us. Snatched it all away, like Devo, chased it all down, like a repo. Woe to the ones who are faint-hearted. Woe to the ones who fell and departed. Woe to the ones that lost patience. Woe to the ones of complacence. I stand on my 10 with a smile. Yahweh gave me an inch, so I took a mile. Cleave unto him and depart not. Let the rule take you like a slingshot. Keep it pushing cause it's down to the wire. One of the best get tried by fire. If I fall, I can yell with a rake. Endure like I lead with the shakes. Push, you gotta endure. Pray, you gotta endure. Repent, you gotta endure. Faith, you gotta endure.
Brothers be sleeping on Sirach too. It's talking about endurance. It's talking about serving the Lord. When we come into this walk, it's a gift. When we come into this walk, we gotta set our hearts aright. We gotta think about the highs and the lows. That's coming with endurance.
Keep it pushing cause it's down to the wire. One of the best get tried by fire. If I fall, I can yell with a rake. Endure like I lead with the shakes. Push, you gotta endure. Pray, you gotta endure. Repent, you gotta endure. Faith, you gotta endure.
When you read Sirach too, it tells us when you come to serve the Lord, when you get this spiritual gift, prepare your soul, set your heart aright. And when the highs come and when the lows come, don't be troubled. And when they come, give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High. Bask in that, because that's endurance.
Yeah.
What you cooking?
Yeah. This one probably got the angel jamming in the chairs. You call him Jesus, I call him Yahweh. It don't come from the script, it's only Yaliyah. Yahweh buys him, Yahweh Hamashiach. Fake Jews in the name and they scared of it. Break bread with the heathen, I'd rather not. China want war, Russia want war. Babylon, see your time is running out. Yeah, I done read Isaiah, Jeremiah, Daniel. I feel like I'ma see the King David. I've been cursed since birth, hung with the wrong niggas, uncircumcised. I ate from the wrong table. Was confused before, ain't read the script, and you could tell. I swore it was all fake till I realized our history disappeared. It was coded by a world that won't save you. Yahweh gon' make sure we get it. Lord willing, I get it. Lord willing, I see the day. That's why I ain't trimming on my beard, just trimming on these beards with these fringes on my waist. I don't care about images, just care about building up endurance through my faith. I don't care about images, I just care about building up endurance through my faith. I will never forget thy precepts, for with them thou hast quickened me. I am thine, save me. I am thine, save me. I will never forget thy precepts, for with them thou hast quickened me. I am thine, save me. I am thine, save me.
I will never forget thy precepts, oh no, no, oh no. Most High willing, I keep that frame of thought. And that's most High willing. Everyday battling flesh, getting ready for the war. That's why I gotta repent, pray fast, move on. I am thine, save me, because thine enemies make a tumult, play the schemes. That's why the world waxing weak, gave up the world and the we to serve the Lord as my King. We got the faith, yeah, we believe. Sooner than later, you gon' see. Every eye shall see, every knee shall bow. Wow, that's power. If you fit the curses in Deuteronomy well, that power is ours. Time is running down if you ain't on the boat like the days of Noah. 2 Peter 3 and 6, go 2:7. Work out your salvation. Give me the precepts. I pray that I live by them. Running this race. Pray I'm enduring to the end. Pray I'm enduring to the end. Work out your salvation. Give me the precepts. I pray that I live by them. Running this race. Pray I'm enduring to the end.
My water straight from the throne. We built the altar with the unhewn stones. Roam through the city, all we seeing is these bones. So my face like flint till I wake a couple souls. A prophet hated by his own, so the father sent his son to bring the tribes of Jacob home. Jumping through these traps, cause they trying to see us gone. But we walking through the fire just like Daniel and his bros. From every sheep to her zone, we stay inside the book because the book is all we own. Heritage and you better hold it on. We like David fighting giants with no armor and a stone. We face east as a car home. We face east just to call home. We can't sleep till we all home. We won't rest till they all gone. So I guess that we be calling out they all bones. Bless the seed, invest the deep in the laws of our God. Make it Elohim, Shema, Warapah, all the side the king. Barakatah, Yahweh, and Mashad Nagim. Bless the seed, invest the deep in the laws of our God. Make it Elohim, Shema, Warapah, all the side the king. Barakatah, Yahweh, and Mashad Nagim. From Bereshit to the books in Greek, the dragon took the sheep. Man, the book complete. The Father looked for peace, but we shouldn't the beast. Now we up until our power put the hook in cheek. Shema, Yasha Allah, Abanawa, Yahweh, Ahad. He the tower till he give us the power of God. Though in the tower you will never devour a tribe. The Lord despised all you devils, your hours arrive. Bless the seed that kept the peace. Never forgot the poor and he kept the feast. We trying to dodge destruction, they can't stop the seed. Barakatah, Yahweh, and Mashad Nagim. Bless the seed that kept the peace. Never forgot the poor and he kept the feast. Trying to dodge destruction, they can't stop the seed. Barakatah, Yahweh, and Mashad Nagim. the strength from the throne. We built the altar with the unhewn stones. Home to the city, all we seeing is these bones. So my face like flint till I.
All right, shalom, shalom, shalom.
Shalom,
Mighty
shalom.
Captain Yakimia, shalom, Yabashim Yashabarakata.
Shalom, shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh.
And shalom to everybody who's with us today for another episode of Wild Out Wednesday.
That's right.
Today we're gonna be talking about a lot of things today. I ain't gonna be long with it neither. But I'm gonna try to get everything compact. I want to fit everything in. If we don't get everything fit in, we'll just fit in on the next one. You know
That's
how
right.
we do.
That's right.
But Adam, how's everything going with you?
Everything's everything. We getting ready for the Cinco de Mayo down here. Been kind of busy running back and forth. You know what I'm saying? What about you? How you feeling?
All praises. You know, I can't complain. You know, it's another day. Hey, the Most High woke me up this morning, so I'm thankful.
Oh, praises.
Right. I'm feeling a little aches and pains here and there, but you know, that's again all praise to the Most High that I'm getting to that age to where I'm feeling them aches and pains.
God, all praise. Well, you know what I'm getting ready to say.
What's that?
You know I be feeling them aches and pains every day. It's a change. But I give all praise to the Most High.
That's right. All praise to the Most High.
Able to get on these classes and do this work. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
All praises.
All right, and so with that, Shalom Israel, Yahabashim Yashab Baraka thumb to you all. The water again for the always being with us, for joining in with us, for being here, supporting. We appreciate it. The water. We're thankful that you decided to come and chill out with us for this Wild Out Wednesday. So this Wednesday, on this edition of Wild Out Wednesday, we're gonna be talking about one of a hot topic that's in this nation, that's going on right now in this nation, a hot topic that's among our people as well too. It's a real hot topic. It's emotional. Feelings get really involved on both sides of the fence. People get emotional when we discuss things like this. It's one of those debates that could get really heated really quickly. Right. And the topic that we're going to be discussing is, do so-called Black people deserve reparations? And I'm talking about those that were taken in the transatlantic slave trade. Do Black people, do we deserve reparations? Right. And that's just the question. Do we deserve it? I'm not going to ask because whether we think that we'll get it is a whole nother topic in itself. But in fact, go in the chat, let me see in the chat right now, if you think Black people deserve reparations, throw a 7 in the chat. If you want reparations, throw a 7 in the chat. I mean, 2 7s. If you feel Black people deserve reparations and you want reparations, put 2 7s in the chat. All right, 7 if you think we deserve it, a double 7 if you think that, or if you want the reparations, and put a 777 if you think we'll ever get the reparations. So 1 7 if we deserve it, 2 7s if you want it, and 3 7s if you think we'll ever get it. And so while we doing that, as usual, we go shout people out again. Thank y'all for joining us. We got the sister Joanne Gilchrist. She's number first in the chat always. Shalom, sis.
Shalom, Sister Joan Gilchrist.
Khan, I hope your health is getting better. I hope you're doing well. We keep you in prayers. We pray for you as a congregation. We keep you lifted up. So I hope your health is doing good, sis. And then we got Sister Christina, Shalom. Officer Knock, Shalom.
Officer Knock.
We got Officer Kadar, Shalom King.
Officer Kadar.
Shalom, we got King. Michelle, Shalom.
Shalom, Shalom.
Carla Taylor. Shalom says Tawabia, Shalom.
Shalom, Tawabia.
Holy, Shalom. Kadash, Shalom.
Shalom, Kadash.
Nadayab, Shalom. Hey, and again, you know, we got the family in the prayers also. King, glad everything, you know, is on the up and up.
That's right. Praying for you, brother. Not a yob.
The brother John Allen. We got the sister Don, Shalom.
Shalom, sis.
Right, and everybody else that's gonna join in and watch at a later time. Hey, Shalom. And Scott Anderson, Shalom. And then
brother Gary.
Oh, I miss Gary. Hey, Gary was just over here last night. We had a good time. No, that brother was over here last night.
Oh, he out in Cali?
Yeah, okay. He out here. In fact, we're gonna be hitting the streets too. We're gonna be doing some street interviews.
Okay,
do some street interviews. Go touch some people. But shalom to everyone. Like I said, who's gonna come in late, who will watch it at a later time. Hey, shalom. Like I said, I am gonna be trying to get us started earlier because I know on the East Coast, y'all 3 hours ahead, and we got the Captain Yonatan in the building. Shalom. In fact, I'm glad the brother just came in because I forgot to put out some plugs real quick before we jump into anything. If the brother put out a book, definitely go out and get this book. I'm gonna put up the link or the show for it, but this is the book right here. All right, I think I got a glare on it, but time forever, right? Hey, the brother is really studious. He put work in, so we want to support the brother. Go out, copy one, get you one of these books. Israel, support your people.
That's right.
Because these other nations don't support us. They don't care about us. You know,
a couple more people came in. Shalom, that's Sister Gabriella.
Khan. Okay.
Shalom, AHOS Kazakia.
Oh, Shalom.
Shalom, Christiella. Khan. And all the other people that came in.
That's right.
Shalom.
Sorry, I miss you.
We love you all. I want you to know that. We love all of you. All of you are near and dear to the heart. Really appreciate y'all supporting all of our classes, supporting the teachers who's trying to bring you all to the awareness and the understanding of who Yahweh Shai is, and to come unto him.
Yes, sir. That's right. Oh, and the brother Shaquat. The brother Shaquat has his butters, his body butters. So I don't know if the brother's in right now. If he could drop the link for him, we got the brother Shemaiah coming in right now. If the brother could drop the link for his body butters, the body butters.
Shalom.
Shalom, King.
Shalom. Just walked in the door, man. Hey, just walked in the door off that plantation.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just walked in the door, did you?
Yeah.
All right, Khan. And so with that, let's dive into it and let's get this thing underway. Smooth like butter. There we go. Sister Dom threw it up there, right? Go hit that link. Smooth like butter. Get you some butters, man. Like I said.
Hey, so Quat gonna give me a couple of them on the slide. That's what's gonna happen with that. I gotta get that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
He gonna hook a brother up out here on the East Coast.
All right, and so as usual, we're gonna start out this Wild Out Wednesday. Of course, with what I'm gonna be going in today, or what we're gonna be going in today, is real prevalent to what I like to do every Wednesday, and that's bring out some information about things that our people have gone through in the course of history since we've been over here in this land. And the crazy thing, I was just telling some of my family members, we was having talks, and whether people are in the truth or not in the truth, everybody has an opinion about our state over here. And so anyhow, I was telling them that we are POWs. That's what I said. I said we prisoners of war, right? So really, hey, the laws that apply to prisoners of war should definitely apply to us because we were stolen, taken as captives from our land and brought over here, and we've been over here since then. And see, they've tried to confuse us and be like, oh, switch the wording, going from calling us 3/5 of a person, right? Which the only reason why they even wanted to call us 3/5 of a person was to give us voting rights. But they've changed different little words here and there to kind of make us think and feel like, oh yeah, this is our country. And a lot of us run around calling ourselves African American, this, that, and the third. I've heard brothers talking about, oh, I don't even call myself African American, I just say that I'm American. Different things like this, little psychological operations that they've had and they've taken and they've played on our people. I did that class a while back where we talked about the psyops and the things that they've done as a nation, that they've done to our people, right? So I want to bring out this day in history. On this day in history, right? Well, today's the 3rd, so this was yesterday. So this happened on May 2nd, 1963. And the thing that always really makes me upset is when Esau tried to say, well, that was a long time ago. Well, 1963 wasn't that long ago. It's people alive today that lived through this.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, Shamaya, if you could, Baba Cashapp, and looking at this picture, this is one of those pictures. This is a woman right here. This is a woman, right? And they are getting hit with fire hoses. This is women, men, and children getting hit with fire hoses. But we supposed to love this nation. And now they got that your boy Trump running for office again. On his same BS. They got that song back up on my bullshit. But Trump is right back again on all of his bullshit.
I thought he was indicted.
He was. He's still running though.
Yeah.
What? How
that didn't eliminate him from running?
Come on, you feel me? That just goes to show you how retarded this country is. That a man who's indicted can run for president.
A white man.
Right. But come on, let's Shemai, if you could go ahead and start bringing that out for me, Baba Cashapp.
God. On May 2nd, 1963, more than 1,000 black children peacefully protested racial segregation in Birmingham.
You gotta highlight that part. Peacefully protesting. Right? Let's now contrast this to what them damn devils did at the White House. Where they stormed the White House. They stormed the Capitol. Breaking in offices. Stealing stuff from Congress. Taking pictures. Destroying things. Vandalizing things inside the White House. You had black children peacefully protesting. Right? But go ahead.
I'm going to start over. On May 2nd, 1963, more than 1,000 black children peacefully protested racial segregation in Birmingham, Alabama, as part of the Children's Crusade, beginning a movement that sparked widely publicized police brutality that shocked the nation and spurred major civil rights advances. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and the Southern Christian Leadership Conference had launched the Children's Crusade to revive the Birmingham anti-segregation campaign. As part of the effort, more than 1,000 African American children trained in nonviolent protest tactics walked out of their classes on May 2nd and assembled at the 16th Street Baptist Church to march to downtown Birmingham. Though hundreds were assaulted, arrested, and transported to jail in school buses and paddy wagons, the children refused to relent their peaceful demonstration. The next day, when hundreds more children began to march, Commissioner of Public Safety Eugene Bull Connor directed local police and firemen to attack the children with high-pressure fire hoses, batons, and police dogs.
A commissioner give the fire department authorization to attack peaceful children, to give authorization to the police department, authorization to attack children with batons, to let police dogs loose on these children. We can get pictures for days of them with them damn Doberman pinchers going after women, going after children. But they want us to forget everything. They want us to overlook everything that they've done to us. They try to tell us this was a long time ago. And the crazy thing about it is the United States still has the audacity to want to put their hand in everybody else's business.
That's right.
How can you sit there and there go my brother from Success Journey, Shalom King Yah Bashim Yahshua Barakatah. We're gonna be holding a unity camp with the Malachium on Cinco de Mayo as well too. But you know,
Salaki.
Yeah, come on, Adawan.
Yeah, the it's funny, it's ironic that you're saying this and bringing this out right now, because there's some states in the United States right now trying to suppress all of the history pertaining to our people.
Right.
They're trying to suppress it. DeSantis down in Florida.
Yeah.
I think somebody out in California too, right? They trying to suppress it. They don't want the bad history that they created to be known and seen by the modern day so-called Black Americans now. They don't want that to be seen. You know why? Because they did it peacefully back then. They know what'll happen now.
And I don't want, just real quick to interject too. So my older sister was just out here for my mom's retirement party. My older sister, she teaches at a college. She teaches psychology. I believe she teaches psychology. But anyway, so she says that when she, gets the white kids in her class, because my sister, she ain't in the truth, but my sister is pro black. She hate white people. She'll tell you point blank, I hate white people. But anyhow, so she says when they come into her class, she's like, oh yeah, they finna get this black history. And so she was telling me, she was like, yeah, and I was showing them, this, and I show them that. And she's like, a lot of the white kids, they come up to her after the fact and be like, wow, I never knew that. It's new information to them. And it blew my mind. Well, not really, because we'll get kids that'll come up and don't know about the transatlantic slave trade.
Right.
But what's mind blowing is that like you just brought out, the country is trying to suppress that information.
That's
right. Again, what is history? His story.
That's right.
They give They give the narrative that they want you to have, that they want us to have. Even when and I got a clip that I'm gonna play this clip, and a lot of these clips I'm letting y'all know right now, they are going to be infuriating. I'm giving y'all fair warning right now. These clips are going to make you upset. All right, so be prepared.
What they call it, the Fair Usage Act and all that.
Con. Oh yeah. Fair use.
Okay, con.
All right. Shemaiah. My bad, Salakia. If you could pick back up on that.
All right. Images of children being brutally assaulted by police and snarling canines appeared on television and in newspapers throughout the nation and the world, provoking global outrage. The U.S. Department of Justice soon intervened.
Right.
The campaign.
Salakia. So again, real quick, it's crazy because there's people that are coming out that are making statements that's in other countries like, yo, why do y'all think that y'all have the moral authority to try to come over here? After everything that y'all done did in y'all country, America is still the only nation to ever drop nuclear bombs. No other nation has ever dropped a nuclear bomb. We go over, we destabilize governments. They went over, they assassinated Muammar Gaddafi.
That's right.
They basically assassinated. What's the boy's name from Iraq? The name is Saddam Hussein. Right? They went over there. They assassinated him, basically,
and his two sons, Uday and Hussein.
Right? How many Americans lost their lives in that? They tried that they wanted to pin 9/11 on them when all the information that came out about 9/11.
That's right.
I ain't gonna get into the conspiracies and all that. But anyway, man, America has a lot of nerve. And I always think about the one thing that Dollar Bill said, Creflo. He said, if the Most High judges America, he has to apologize to Yahushua. That statement that fool said is seared in my brain. I'm like, nigga, what?
He said what now?
That if the Most High judges the United States of America, that he would have to apologize to Yahushua for that.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I'm gonna pull some precepts even dealing with that dumb retarded statement.
Okay. But
before I do that, I want to give y'all something for y'all to go out and invest in and get. I just want to read this. This don't have nothing to do with the class, but I did want to bring this out because I stumbled across this gem and I'm going to get it myself. I haven't got it yet. I've just been kind of going over and reading a little bit of the introduction, and I'm going to bring it out right here for y'all today. I want y'all to look at this. This is from the Stanford University Press. Okay. The name of this book, it is called The Diary of a Black Jewish Messiah. 16th century journey of David Rubini through Africa, the Middle East, and Europe. So this book was translated by this man, Alan Vernesky, whatever his name is. I don't know. But anyway, it was translated by him. And I just want to touch on something that's really key. You know, as I was going through it and I was looking at this, I'm like, yeah, this is a book I got to get. Right now, you know, I already kind of went and priced it. I seen it being sold for a couple places for like $100. It's expensive. They go tax you. They go tax you for it. Anytime you see a book that's like that, it's got information in it that they don't want you to have. Because how many niggas is really going out spending $100 for a book? It ain't that many of us, right? But the studious ones go get it. So, but so look at this. This is the introduction. And I'm just gonna read. I really just want to get this one part. It says, "I am not the Messiah," said David Rubini. "I am a greater sinner before God than any one of you." Sound like what Paul said. He says, "I have killed many people in a single day. I once killed 40 enemies. I am not a sage or a Kabbalist. Neither am I a prophet nor the son of a prophet. I am merely an army commander, short and thin, with skin as black as a Nubian, and a body covered in scars. Rubini claimed to be the commander of a powerful Jewish army and the brother of a Jewish king who ruled over 300,000 Jews in the Arabian desert of Habar, all descendants of the lost Israelite tribes of Gad, Manasseh, and Reuben, hence his name. Right? So, hey, this is like I said, I got to get the book myself. I ain't got it yet. But this is definitely something that's going onto my list, my reading list. It's on priority because I really want to check this out. And then I also want to see really where, I didn't look it up yet. But where it listed the Arabian desert of Habor, because he said that all the descendants of the lost tribes were there: Gad, Manasseh, and Reuben. So we know already through a lot of archaeological data, and just basically where a lot of the tribes are at right now, currently, we know that we're over there, right? And again, I wanted to highlight the fact that what he said. He said, "My skin is as black as a Nubian." Right? And now this was in what? In the 15th century, or Salakia, in the 16th century. This is in the 1500s. So in the 1500s, like again, the question, people got to start asking themselves is, when did the Jews become white? So it's some serious questions that people really got to start dealing with. And we gotta just keep on pushing this truth. So hey, if y'all can go ahead and get that book, I think it'll be a good read, nonetheless. All right. And so now I want to get into this first video. All right, because the topic of everything, I'm just gonna put it out there again. Do black people, those that was brought over in the transatlantic slave trade, do we deserve reparations? Right? So let me share this video real quick. And again, this question is coming out because right now, especially out here in California, it's really big out here right now in California. I got people from all over. Hey, I'm getting me some of that money. I'm like, nigga, you ain't getting nothing. They ain't giving out none of this money. But yeah, I mean, they coming out. Yeah, give us our money. But watch this. Let me bring this video out.
Hey, before you bring it out, I heard somebody talking about reparations here recently. Check this out. They said the total amount, it would equate to 40 million people getting $350,000. That's all of the people that were victims of the transatlantic slave trade. That's what it would be equivalent to. So to answer your question, people need to think about that. You think we ought to get that or not?
Right. And in fact, I just looked at a study. I was just looking at a study where they was talking about how the total payout today is going to be in the trillions. When you look at all of the unpaid labor, and that's the way they put it, unpaid labor, and they totaled it up. I don't know how they got that figure that they came out to, but there's like it's in the trillions of what we deserve.
Right. It was like $40 trillion dollars, and equating it to every person in America, it would come out to like 350,000 per person.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna share this first video because we're talking about reparations, and then I'm gonna share this other data, right? Because not everybody believes that we deserve reparations, and people who don't believe that we got reparations. In fact, I was hoping that it would have been somebody in the audience in the chat that would have felt like, or who does feel like, nah, we don't deserve reparations. I love to dialogue with you. But anyway, let me play Uncle Ruckus here.
I understand we need to move beyond color. I'm not about that, but y'all raised it. If you start it, I'll end it for you. Don't start nothing, it won't be nothing. But we got a problem. Black people got a problem. Now we can move to color blindness and always look at the man by the content of his character, never the color of his skin. I'm down for that. You get my vote. Yay and amen. I'm for that. But before we get there, we need to hear some truth. Black people and white folk. Black people got a problem. And it's a God problem. When black people see.
Now, that's the one thing that I will agree with this Negro on right there is black people do got a God problem.
That's right.
Because we out here worshiping, not we. When I say we, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Right.
But we out here worshiping everything but the Most High. We worshiping Trinities. We worshiping Allah. We worshiping Buddha. We worshiping Jesus. Right? We worshiping the universe. God is the universe. Oh, we do got a God problem. Right? So that's right. The only thing that I agree with this nigga on.
See the world, I don't care. You can train them. You can train a black man to be a physician. You can train him to be an astrophysicist. You can train him to be a lawyer, but you can't train him to understand the world. He doesn't know. I'm telling you. There's not 2 cents worth of difference between a mass murderer. There's not 2 cents of difference between a petty thief that's locked away in prison than a black doctor when it comes to understanding the world. Listen, you listen to me. We got to deal with this. And we need to begin to acknowledge it, talk about it, ask God to help us, because only God can help black people where they are. Black people had Africa, that big old continent over there. They never built one boat that was seaworthy, not one.
This nigga said they never built one boat that was seaworthy over in Africa. See, this is what happens when you have someone who's uneducated trying to teach something, and then he got a PhD next to his name. What are you a doctor in?
The cemetery school.
Right, that part. When one of the first and largest universities in the world was where at? Timbuktu. Where was Timbuktu? Where is Timbuktu? Not where was it? Where is it? It's in Africa. But he said Africans didn't know nothing. Africans don't know nothing. He said the black man don't know nothing. This is what I'm talking about. These Uncle Ruckus Negroes is these type of brothers who will come out and say we don't deserve reparations. This is the man that's saying that we don't deserve reparations. And I'm going to play one of them too. I'm going to play some more.
There's not one monument in Africa, in all of Africa. I know you're talking about Egypt. Egypt is not Africa. There are no great cities that were built.
Hold on. How is Egypt not Africa?
That's what I was shaking my head to. This dude, he don't know what he's talking about. And a lot of what he's saying is straight out of the Bible. So he got it right there in front of him.
He got it right there. It's like, bro, what are you doing? You know, but they put these coons up to try to. In fact, hey, grab that for me. In Maccabees, we got to get a precept for this. We got to get some precepts. First Maccabees.
First Maccabees, what, 1?
Chapter 1, yup, 1. And let me get verse 11.
11. It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, "Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us."
Negro is doing. You know, he done went out. He wanted to make a covenant with the heathen, right? That's where he got that PhD from. Like you said, Adawan from the cemetery school,
right?
That's the only PhD. Because I don't know what college this fool graduated from, where he don't know basic geography, don't know that Egypt is in Africa. That this fool really got up in that pulpit and said Egypt is not in Africa. Okay, let me roll with that stupid statement for just a second. Let's say that was true, and Egypt is not in Africa. Was not the Egyptians still black people? So are you trying to tell me that, okay, even though Egypt that ain't, okay, fine, I'll give you, Egypt's not in Africa, it was still black people. They weren't us, but it's still black people. His argument, what he's saying is that black people don't know nothing. Black people are stupid. He said it ain't too much of a difference between a nigga that's in jail and a doctor or a physicist. And now I'm going to keep it 100 because the prison do got a lot of smart brothers. There is a lot of intelligent brothers in the prison system. If you look at like a lot of the dope pushers, like for instance, Freeway Ricky Ross. Freeway Ricky Ross. That is an intelligent brother. These aren't stupid men. But you want to think they stupid and unintelligent because they in prison? It's clowns like this that knock down our own people. And the white people, they be campaigning for them. Yeah. The white people are having a good old time listening to this sucker.
That's right.
Finish that verse off for me, King.
For since we departed from them, we had much sorrow. Verse 12. So this device pleased them well. Verse 13. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen.
And man, they still do that, man. Everything. So they said, let's go make a covenant with the heathen. Let's get out here and say whatever it is that they want us to say. Oh, no, we don't deserve reparations. Y'all don't need this. Y'all don't know what to do with it no way. Y'all is the unintelligent. You know, let's go ahead and like pass the pork chop right here. I'm pretty sure he still eat the swine.
Oh, yeah.
I bet my bottom dollar on it that he still eat bacon. He's still eating that pork chop.
I could tell the way he's saying what he's saying. That pig gurgling in his throat. You know what I'm saying? Hey, can I say something right quick?
Come on.
I want the people to realize. I want the people to realize and understand what he just read out of the Apocrypha. Just like today, there was some Israelites who conveniently tried to persuade many of us to go after the heathen, as well as there were some who were forced to go and follow the heathen in assimilation. That's a key fact to understand that, because I think in Christianity they don't harp on that, so they get the wrong understanding of the scriptures. There was a lot of our people that actually wanted to assimilate with the heathen. That was a good scripture you brought out.
Let me I ain't gonna play too much more of this one. We go just hear a couple more.
Even before the first colonization of white people coming to the shores of Africa or the slave ships, black men built nothing. No sewer system, no houses above one level, and none of them made out of stone. All of them made out of grass and wood. Black men, before the white man ever got to Africa. The worst thing that could ever happen to South Africa was when they gave it to Nelson Mandela and black folk.
And see, is that right there? Because I've heard these devils sometimes say, "Oh, you should be glad you got taken into slavery."
Yeah.
Because the picture that, of course, that they paint of Africa. I know when I was growing up, I grew up looking at the little TV shows like the Tarzans, and you got all the Africans, and I ain't campaigning for the Hamites, but I'm just saying, like, as far as to indoctrinate us into thinking how good we had it. Basically, like, hey, be glad that you got taken into slavery and that you was brought over here, because nigga, you could still be over there walking through swamps.
I've heard some people actually say that.
Yeah, right. Facts.
Yeah, me too. And the thing about it is, we civilized them.
Exactly.
That's the point.
That's exactly.
That's the point. I was just telling Gary last night. I was like, I like, one of the things I like to do, because I'm kind of weird like that, is I be calling myself, I say I'm going on a vacation. And so in my vacation, y'all know, like the Google Earth, where you can do like the Google Maps and you can do the street views of different places. So like I'll go, I'll go pick spots in Africa, and I'm like, oh man, I want to see what it look like over here. I hit the street view and I'm going through the streets. I'm like, damn, okay, that's kind of dope. That's kind of dope. Or I went over in Russia one time. I was looking at their stores, looking at how they get their architecture, what it look like. Anyhow, long story short, one day I went to the Caucasus Mountains. And I was looking at the area over there, and I was just like, wow. And you can actually see in the mountains where, like, the dugouts, you can see where they was actually living at, right? And you can actually see how these devils even live today, how they live today. But like you said, we taught them everything. These people were cavemen. That's where it comes from. When they have the commercials talking about so easy a caveman can do it, they talking about themselves, because they were cavemen, right? We taught them everything. We taught them about hygiene. We taught them even another prime example, France, with all of the perfumes, because they stunk so bad. They would dump all kind of perfume on them because they didn't know anything about hygiene. When you start talking about things like the bubonic plague, where did that come from? That originated from them, because they dirty, nasty, right? But that was a great point, Shemaiah, right? I'm kind of tired of listening to Uncle Ruckus, but y'all can go check this out, man. I mean, the dude say a lot of really stupid things. You can really tell that he is uneducated, and the sad part is there's people that listen to rhetoric like this and they actually run with it. It's white people that actually listen to rhetoric like this, and then they end up grabbing a AR-15 and want to go out and start shooting us, mowing us down in grocery supermarkets, talking about here's your reparations, right? Because of rhetoric like what this fool is spitting out. And in fact, man, I meant to play this video, but I missed it. But that's all right. So the next thing that I want to hit on, because again, we're talking about reparations, and for the most part, everybody done already said in the chat that y'all believe that we do deserve some form of reparations. Something, they promised us 40 acres and a mule after slavery, right? During what they call it, the Reconstruction. They said, okay, y'all gonna get 40 acres and a mule. Nobody ever saw no 40 acres or no mule. They can give me 40 acres and a mule today, and I'll be happy.
I'll be riding out in the country and I see all that land. I'll be like, man, 40 acres and a mule.
Come on. Come on, they can give that right now, and I would be happy. In fact, you don't even need to give me 40 acres. Give me 20. Give me 20 acres, and I'm happy. You can keep the mule.
That's what we need, though. We need that land.
Facts. Facts. So now I'm gonna share this slide right here, because again, this is just to give you a kind of sense of the temperature of the nation. And this is why I be saying, like, it's only rhetoric. When they start talking about reparations, they really don't have plans of giving reparations. They really don't. So they did this poll, right? It says, I read it. So can you make that out a lie?
Yeah. I just zoom in on my phone.
Okay, Con.
You want me to start reading?
Yeah, Con. Go ahead.
All right.
Write that from the views.
All right. Views of reparation for slavery vary widely by race and ethnicity, especially between Black and white Americans. Around 3/4 of Black adults, 77%, say the descendants of the people enslaved in the U.S. should be repaid in some way, while 18% of white Americans say the same.
Now, stop right there. Only 18% of white people feel like we should get reparations. Now, look at this chart. It breaks it down by race. 80% of white people believe that we should not get reparations. So if 80% of white people think that we don't deserve reparations, do y'all really think that we actually ever gonna get it?
Hell no.
Right.
Lie. It is not gonna happen. And so when they come around with all these talks and, oh yeah, reparations, yeah, it sound good. But all they doing is the same thing that them punk pastors is doing in the pulpit. They just tickling your ears.
Distraction.
Ain't no truth behind nothing that they saying. Now look at this. 18% of white America say, yeah, y'all do. But now I bet you ain't none one of them 18% willing to come off of none of their stuff to give it to us for the reparations. None of that 18% go say, you know what, y'all been done so wrong. I'm going to sell my house or I'm going to give my house to a Black family or, anything. They're not going to do it. Now, look at this. 17% of the Black population believe that we shouldn't get reparations. That's that Uncle Ruckus nigga that you was just listening to. He's part of that 17% that's going to say Black people don't deserve reparations. And here's the logic. Here's the logic that a lot of them will say, because they just go blow the money anyway. They don't know what to do with it. If you give them that much money, they're going to be broke again within a year. And I ain't going to cap. I know a lot of niggas that will be broke again within a year.
That's right.
They is not going to know what to do with that money. It's going to be just like it is around tax season. You're going to see a bunch of Negroes stepping out in, I almost said New Jabos.
You took it back.
You're gonna be seeing brothers,
Cross
stepping
colors.
out, right? New whips, man. A large majority of us don't really know what to do with the money. Does that mean we shouldn't get it? That's what they trying to use, or that's what they say. So 17% say that we don't deserve it, while 77% do believe that we deserve it. 58% of Hispanics say we don't deserve it, while 39% say yeah, they do. Right? 65% of Asians say we don't deserve it, while 33% say we do. Right? So again, when you look at this, is those reparations ever gonna come? Don't y'all get excited and happy about them talking about reparations, because it is not going to happen. Okay. This is a chastisement. This world,
it's right? A lot.
Come on, Adawan, go ahead.
Yeah, you're right. It's not going to happen the conventional way that they give out reparations to other people in other nations. We'll never see it from them the way in that manner, but we will see reparations like some of the people are commenting in the chat, through Yahushua. We're gonna get our reparations the right way. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Them scriptures start coming out. Can I bring out one right quick?
Come on, let's get it. Let's get into it.
Yeah, this Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 16. It says, therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand. You see that? We're gonna get that glorious kingdom and a crown from the Lord's hand. But we can't be like Uncle Ruckus over there. We can't be like Uncle Ruckus eating chitlins and pork chops and bacon. You can hear it gurgling when he raises his voice. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you can hear it all in his voice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't be like that. You got to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Facts.
And come back to the true nature and your heritage, so that you can receive it.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
It goes on to read. It says, for with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them. See, that's what we're looking for. That's the reparations we're looking for. And like DTA say, what's his initial stand for?
Death to America.
There it is.
I don't want reparations. That's right. I want revenge.
Let me bring out a precept. Let me bring out the class.
Come on. Hey, Twan, we gonna hit on that. The Dayab, we gonna hit on that. Oh, Nadab, my bad.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 1.
Bring it up.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
Hallelujah.
That's the reparations I want right there.
Hallelujah. Exactly.
That's a fact.
Now, and the scriptures say that we will be given the forces of the Gentiles. They're gonna be coming up, building up our wall. The riches are gonna be coming in. So they ain't gotta give us reparations.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
We gonna get it from the Most High.
We gonna get it from the Most High. That's right. And that's the thing is, I mean, we in the truth, we know what we waiting for. We know what we striving for. The whole point is is, do we deserve reparations? Of course we do.
Right.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Are we going to get those reparations? That's not going to happen. And we're going to hit some Bible scriptures also. We go bring, we got to get the Bible in. But we're going to show biblically why it's not going to happen. But I wanted to share this video next, because this is also, again, what really prompted me wanting to go in too about this, because out here in Cali, like I said, they really talking about if you an African American descent in California, these reparations, they've been talking about giving this to California residents. And so the California Reparations Panel, right, they hint 1.2 million payments to each black resident. Right now, they put in there though that it could be distributed in payments over a lifetime. Right, so it's not like, oh, you will get that whole 1.2 million in a lump sum. And now, mind you, that 1.2 million is gonna be taxed. So Uncle Sam would still go in there and snatch out his portion. So after taxes, that 1.2 million is going to probably turn into like about 700,000, which is still good money.
Yeah.
Right. I love 700,000. Man, I'll take that, man. And man, look at here. But the whole point is they talking about it would be distributed in payments over a lifetime. So a brother could die before he ever saw that 1.2 million.
So
he could maybe seen 50,000 and die. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, they trying to be crafty, and they probably put something else in there. You got to be a homeowner or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And yeah, they just playing with it. They just playing with our minds and using that as a distraction.
That there you hit the nail right on the head. All it is a distraction. Right. And you talking about they put something else in there. One of the things that they also put in there is that you have to have lived in California your entire life.
There it is.
Right?
There it is right there.
So I'm excluded because I'm born in Detroit. I moved out here as a teenager. So I'm already X'd off that list. I ain't seeing none of it. Right, but let me play Uncle Ruckus number 2. I could do without the commercial.
You say you don't support reparations. Why not?
Not everybody suffered equally. I mean, when you go into slavery, it's much more complex than white people were the oppressors and black people were the victims. If you dissect it, you will find there were about 3,700 free blacks who owned 12,000 slaves, black slaves. The question is, do the descendants of those free blacks who owned black slaves, do they pay? Blacks really benefited more the first 100 years after slavery we have in the last 50 years. I was born in 1937 during the Depression. Everyone in my small, low-income black community, 98% of the households had a man and a woman raising children. Elderly people could walk safely in that community without fear of being assaulted by their grandchildren. You're talking about remedies. We've got to look beyond saying that
all right, so now he made a point. The point that he made was in the communities, there was black fathers and black mothers in the community. How we get on Trump? What they doing? Yeah, I think I didn't ask for that. But anyway, he said that there's black fathers and mothers in the community, in the homes, after slavery ended. How did the homes become single parent households? Who's responsible for that? He said that he wanted to say that there was free blacks who owned slaves as well. Okay, let's play that game. There's free blacks who own slaves. Out of those 12,000 who were owned by blacks, what percentage of that is out of the total number of slaves that were here in the United States? That 12,000 probably account for maybe 1 or 2% of the total number of enslaved, quote unquote, African Americans. So because of that 1 or 2%, you gonna tell me that the rest of the 98 don't deserve reparations? You gonna tell me that the rest of the 98 who built up this nation on free labor don't reap none of the benefits from it, that even after the end of slavery, right, when they enacted slave codes and it was Jim Crow and it was the Klan and everything else, that's exactly why I bring out those news articles to show you, hey, on this day in history, this happened. On this day in history, that happened. And it's an entire calendar full. And that's just one event, not even highlighting that there's multiple events on that same day throughout the country. It's just highlighting the biggest one. But you got Negroes like this, and he's an elder. So I don't want to, really be disrespectful. But it's this thought process, also that, we don't deserve it because, it's us. We got to worry about us killing us. We got to worry about getting knocked upside the head by one of us out on the block. Back in the day, I would be able to walk down the street, or I would be able to leave my front door open, unlocked, and not worry about somebody running up in my house. Where did we learn all of the violence from?
That's right.
Yeah, we built up everything on our own. We were segregated. Hey, we was good in our segregation. We were. Desegregation, that was the worst thing that could have happened. I say it all the time. Desegregation was the worst thing that could have happened to our people.
That's right.
Fighting to want to go and sit in the bars with them. Why you want to go sit in the bar with somebody that don't want you in there? That ain't never made no sense to me. I don't want to go nowhere where I'm not wanted. And then they actually make the memes of it now. Go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. Now y'all making memes about that, but back in the day, nah, I want to eat with y'all, and y'all go let me eat with y'all. Adonai, you said Salakia?
Yeah, I was gonna say that type of mentality is what perpetuate the problem on a long-term basis. That with him thinking like that and saying that no, we don't deserve it, we just trying to be equal, with that mentality right there, that's what perpetuates us being in this situation right now. Just like we read in First Maccabees. That's that mentality that keeps us actually down, because he wants to be equal. He wants to be looked at as equal. No, we need to go by what the scriptures say. We are the most prominent people,
right?
And it should be the reverse. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Khan, don't want to Salakia. Let me get this one up right here.
A vote set for Saturday in Oakland, where the California African American Reparations Task Force will decide on a list of proposals headed to state lawmakers. KRON 4's Ella Sogomonian spoke with the co-chair tonight. Ella, what do you have to say?
Well, Reverend Amos Brown says that Black Californians should be financially compensated for racist policies and behaviors that they face since the state was founded in 1850. The task force released a 500-page draft this week with a detailed list of those policies, which included over-policing Black communities, discrimination in housing, unequal access to health care, and greater exposure to environmental pollution, among other things. People who qualify would have to prove that they are a descendant of a U.S. slave or a free person who lived in the United States before the end of the 19th century. Based on estimated compensations for each category of discrimination, a qualifying applicant who has lived in California for their entire life and is now at least in their 70s could be paid more than $1.2 million in lifetime restitution. It's not clear how the state would pay for.
Hold on, did y'all hear that? Said lived in California all their life and at least 70.
Right.
Now, how many people does that exclude? I ain't even tripping on that part.
Yeah. Samaya said that's what was gonna have some stipulations behind it.
That's crazy.
And another thing was you had to prove you a descendant. They know we can't do that.
Man. Right. See? Man, come on. See, like you said, they playing games. Do we deserve reparations? Of course we do. Man, that's without a doubt. And now I'm gonna get into that, and then I want to get hit these precepts. And of course, y'all got them. Let's spitfire them out. This gonna be the.
Before you go on, I want the listeners to know that's in California. Everybody in North Carolina, y'all can cancel that. That'll never be brought up here.
Or Texas.
It's a wrap. Don't even think about it. You better move out to Cali and say you've been there for a minute. Because it ain't happening in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, none of them states.
It ain't happening in Texas either.
Well, shoot, it ain't gonna happen here neither.
This Trump country right here.
Now watch this. This gonna be the last one, and this a video that, like I said, going into this one is gonna anger you. But it's history that needs to come out, and it needs to be said. Right? I really like this woman right here. Her name is Joy DeGrew.
I got her book.
Yes. Oh yeah, Khan. She's a really intelligent sister.
Right.
And she's got a lot of knowledge. And so anyway, I'm gonna play this clip because it's without a question that we deserve reparations.
But we know when we're there, don't we? Keep it real. Okay. Separate, never equal. And that's contemporary, right? Now we're going to get to where am I in time? You don't have a concept of that. Where are we? Where's the time person? Where am I in time? Excellent. So I wanted to endeavor to look at some of the more difficult pieces because I really wanted to take a look at some things that, I tell you, this moves into chapter 3. I need to talk about J. Marion Sims. Could you find his picture? J. Marion. Yes, he came earlier. He cleans up nice. J. Marion Sims, let me tell you a little bit about Jay. How many people, you know him, there are huge statues, edifices for this man. Great thing. How many people in the room know what a vaginal speculum is? For those young men or men in the room that we've lost you there, what a vaginal speculum is, it's an instrument that was created to open up the vagina so folks can kind of peer in. Now, J. Marion Sims is the individual credited with that creation, and he is touted as being the wealthiest physician to have ever lived. J. Marion Sims was a physician in the mid-1800s, credited with the creation of the first vaginal speculum, which he made from a pewter spoon. Sims had built a makeshift hospital in his backyard where he conducted surgical experiments on unanesthetized African slave women. Sims reasoned that slave women were able to bear great pain because their race made them more durable, and thus they were well suited for painful medical experimentation.
Right. So y'all heard that. So homeboy experimented on our sisters without giving them any anesthesia to numb the pain, because he said that they were suitable for it. They could take it.
God.
I'm going to keep on playing.
So this is someone who took an oath to do no harm. And he cut into Black women without any anesthesia. Now, let me kind of get close with you around why this becomes very important. J. Marion Sims becomes very important because the first question I asked was, first of all, where do all the women come from? How do you get them? And what the problem was is it would be said that these women were not fit for duty by their slave masters. And here's why they weren't fit for duty. Many of the women suffered from what was called a fistula. An obstetric fistula is the breakdown of tissue in the vaginal wall, frequently as a result of childbirth, which affects the bladder and or the rectum. The disorder causes leakage of urine and feces into the vagina, which made for a smelly and humiliating existence for the women. However, this condition did not preclude these slave women from participating in their daily work on the plantation, such as picking cotton, house cleaning, cooking, etc. So what duty were the women then unfit for? The obvious answer is that while Black slave women were required to do manual labor alongside their Black male counterparts, one of their other inescapable duties was to sexually serve their slave masters. Their malodorous condition made them less sexually desirable, and thus they were unfit for duty. So you need to clean them up, Marion Sims, so we can do them. But what's more important about this is how we justify. Remember, in order to oppress or subjugate, you have to justify that behavior. But it wasn't only the women that suffered under his reign. Could you show the all, please?
Right. So again, and these is just a couple of examples that our people went through. And if you haven't read the book, get the book, read the book, listen to some of her seminars that she gives on post-traumatic slave syndrome. It is a really, oh, you got the book right there, Adawan Khan. Yeah. The book is mind-opening or mind-blowing. Adawan,
this is that guy she was talking about right here. Right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got a statue of it. And I think it's in Florida. Yeah, right. Yeah, Khan. And they erect these statues of these men. They got these statues up, right? Of Confederate generals.
That's right.
You know, again, do we deserve reparations? You goddamn right we do.
Yeah.
Everything that our people done endured, things that were done to break us, that should have broke us. It's only by the will of the Most High we still here. When you go into, again, that post-traumatic slave syndrome, how that trauma is passed on genetically. And like I said, I can't talk about it the way she talks about it. You know, but this woman done in-depth studies on it. Why our people are so apt to do the things that we do, the hate that we have that's in us. You know, I said before where Nipsey Hussle talked about that gang-banging mentality. When we go out, we don't look for the white man. We don't look for the Indian man. We look for the brother that look just like us, that dress just like we dress, that walk just like we walk, talk just like we talk, use the same slang that I use. And then when I see him, I'm like, yeah, there you go. That's the one that I'm plotting on. I'm not plotting on Esau. I'm plotting on my brother who look just like me, who's going through the same struggles that I'm having to go through, who's dealing with the same issues that I'm having to deal with. That's the one that I'm raising my pistol to take his life.
Bring it out, King.
Done undergoing everything that I've gone through. Right? That's that mentality that's been beaten into us, driven into us, taught to us. Where we learn it from? We learn it from them. And there's another book that if y'all can go get it, it's called All God's Children, and it's a really it's a good book. It's written by a journalist. He actually went and did the history of a man that was in prison. He was in the prison system. It was said to be he was in Rikers Island, and the man traced his genealogy. Here it is right here. All God's Children. It's by Fox Butterfield. The journalist traces his genealogy all the way back to slavery. And you can look at what each one of the males in his life, how the system of violence, where it started at, and how it got passed down generation to generation to generation, ending with him in Rikers Island. Right? We are products of the USA. When you look at the killings that's going on in Chicago, a product of the United States of America. When you look at the killings that's going on out here in East Oakland, products of the United States of America. Los Angeles, right? Any other big city that's filled with violence. Detroit, Michigan. You know, you got Detroit and you got Chicago. They running neck and neck in murder rates. 450, 500 murders a year. And that's just murders. That's not even including the shootings. That's not including assaults. That's not including attempted murders. That's not including other violent crimes. That's just talking about murders. So how many shootings is there a year? How many attempted murders is there a year? But where we get that from? Right? Of course, it's the curses. Right? But this is, again, why when the Most High judges this place, because they what did it say? I'm trying to think of that verse, that scripture. They forwarded the affliction.
Right.
I'm gonna have to grab that precept.
I get it for you.
But this is the United States. You know, they wanna talk about us. They want to look down on us. You know, when they see us, they want to cross the street. You know, they want to call the police on us when we're having barbecues. Hey, it's too many of them out here. They having a good time. Right? But this is what they done to us. How you gonna be mad and upset with us, and this is what y'all did? It makes no sense to me. Right? But let me get another precept too. Let me get Exodus 2:21 and 16. This topic always gets me upset.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
Anyone that stealeth a man, right? Hey, do we deserve reparations? You goddamn right we deserve reparations. But y'all deserve death. Hey, because like I said at the opening, hey, we POWs. We prisoners of war.
That's right.
Hey, this nation got to get put to death.
Must.
Because, hey, stolen property, these stolen vessels, hey, we still in y'all hand. But y'all think America is supposed to be blessed. You got all these evangelicals talking about, oh, America, supposed to be blessed. How is this nation supposed to be blessed when it goes against everything that's in the Bible? It's like, are we reading the same book? Come on, King, what you got?
I got a precept for you. That one you was wanting, Zechariah 1:15.
Oh, con.
It says, and I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased.
And the Most High said he was but a little displeased.
And they helped forward the affliction.
Right? And that's what, they went too goddamn far.
That's right.
Yeah, the Most High said, man, hey, we got our line. We need to get chastised. Yeah, going into slavery, all that was because we broke the commandments. We did not keep the law, so we had to get punished. Hey, who the Most High loved, he chastised. So we had to get chastised. Hey, but these damn heathens went too damn far with it. You went too far when you're doing experiments on sisters without anesthesia, because you feel like they're tough enough to handle it. You went too damn far. You went too damn far when you're raping the sisters. You went too damn far when you're feeding our kids to alligators. You went too damn far when you call yourself buck-breaking brothers.
That's right.
I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Y'all went too far. And anyone who stealeth a man, right? And if they're still in your possession, you deserve death. America, you deserve death. Like Nadab said, death to America. Shemaiah, what you got?
I got another precept for you too. When Shemaiah read here.
No, I didn't have a precept.
Oh, Con.
This is Amos chapter 1 and verse 11. It says, thus says Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom and for 4, I will not turn away the punishments thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. That just goes to show that they've always had this spirit about them when it comes to us, right? And our ancestors and our people. This is why they toiling around with these reparations. They don't want to give it to you. They don't want to give it to us, right? They want to keep us in this thing because that's their way of satisfying their inner soul. That's their spirit. That's the spirit they walk in. They regenerate and reborn. That same spirit just keep coming back. They perpetually hate you, hate us. They ain't gonna give us no reparations. Do we deserve it? You damn right we deserve it. Because wasn't it this last year where the Asians, they got a bill passed for reparations for them, just because a couple of people was talking back to them because of the things that they were doing to the people, right? They got reparations. No. The bill was passed and signed and sealed and delivered quickly. But when it comes to us, we don't get nothing. It's all talk.
Right.
It's all, and they put them coons up in there to keep the talk going, to keep us docile.
Yep. In fact, I got something, Edwin, since you just brought that up. I want to bring this out right here. Real quick before I forget, my other precept. Grab me Habakkuk 2 and 12 real quick. Baba Cashapp.
God. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and established a city by iniquity.
But America think that it's supposed to be blessed. That it's gonna be blessed. Y'all got stolen men over here. Hey, the book says any man that is found that has a stolen man still in his possession, he's supposed to get death. The book says, woe to him who builds a city with blood. America was built with blood. The blood of our ancestors cry out from this ground. The blood of our ancestors cry out from the ground. You know, just like how, hey, when the Most High came up to Cain, was like, hey, I hear his blood is calling out to me.
Cain and Abel.
Yeah, kind. The blood of our ancestors is crying out when you avenge us, right? But let me share this real quick because you was talking about Adawan. You was talking about the agents just getting a bill passed for them.
God.
Look at this right here. Let me see if I can get this thing blown up a little bit more. All right. Can y'all see that? All right, look at this. And
all that foreign aid to Israel.
Right.
Right. Oh,
look
yeah, don't even talk about them jokers.
For fiscal year 2023, Congress authorized $520 million for joint U.S.-Israel defense programs, including $500 million for missile defense. In the fiscal year 2023, James M. National Defense Authorization Act, per the terms of Congress, appropriated $3.8 billion for Israel. Look at all of this foreign aid that goes over to this country. All of this foreign aid. They give this country all of this money, but don't want to give us nothing. Not going to give us nothing. 80%. Go ahead.
Salakia. How many years they been doing this?
Since 1970.
Damn.
Right here. Since 1971. This is crazy. But don't want to. I mean, they got, like I said, this is a whole PDF that y'all can go through and look at. It breaks it down, total U.S. aid obligations to Israel. Hold on, Salakia. From 1946 to 2023.
Damn. Wow.
Just look at that. But they don't want to give us nothing.
Not a thing. That's crazy.
And y'all think they care about you. Uncle Ruckus, you think they care about you. You think they're your friend. You think you made it. Because they'll let you come to their golf course. You think you somebody now. Man, Let me get Nahum. The book of Nahum, 3:1.
This is the book of Nahum, chapter 3 and verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not.
Right. Hey, woe to this place, man. It's full of lies Everything about America is lies. This country don't stand on no truth. They try to suppress the truth. They try to hide the truth. They done stopped wanting to teach kids now about the slave trade. What is it? Critical race theory?
That's it.
They don't want to teach the truth. This country is the most hypocritical country. What? I ain't gonna say out of all countries, because all these countries ain't hitting on nothing. They all garbage.
You got that right.
But for this country to hold itself out as so, God-fearing, all the evangelicals, I get so tired of coming across them different videos where they prophesying, telling them people about their next blessing. Oh, the Holy Ghost is here right now. Man.
Yeah.
Let me get Habakkuk 2:6. Oh, you got something?
Yeah, I got Joel 3:19. It says, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. For the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. But Judah shall dwell forever, Jerusalem, from generation to generation. See, that's what I'm looking for.
Kind.
And they not gonna get away. They can't get away. We gonna get it. It say you could pay me now or you could pay me later.
That's right.
I'm gonna get it.
Exactly. Hey, we taking it back in blood.
That's right.
We are taking it back in blood. Shoot, forget what you heard. Because in fact, let me get the book of Genesis, chapter 12.
You want that, Habakkuk?
Oh yeah. Con. Let me get that.
It's the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Hey,
how
this
long?
country done increased on things that is not theirs. Hey, woe to the people of this nation. Y'all think, man, hey, no, we good. Hey, everybody wants to be an American. Everybody wants to come to America, right? Y'all done built yourself, established America on blood. Y'all been lying. Y'all done increased yourselves on things that is not yours, right? How long? Come on, read.
And how long? And say to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Read the next one.
Verse 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee? And awake that shall vex thee? And thou shalt be for booties unto them.
All right. Now, come on, give me the book of Genesis chapter 12 real quick. Genesis 12 and 2. And this is why, we can't start from the top. And this is why, again, we know that we're never going to get reparations. It's not going to happen. As a nation, we're not going to get reparations. So stop looking for it. Stop letting these little talks, when they had these talks about, oh yeah, we're giving reparations, let that go in one ear and out the other. I had a friend say to me, because he know my stance on it. I tell him, bro, we ain't getting no reparations. He gonna say, but if they give you that check, you go turn it down. I'm like, man, I ain't stupid. I said, hey, if they give me a check, I'm gonna take the check.
That's right.
But they never go give us no money. We not go get that money, and this is why we not go get it. Biblically, this is why we not go get it. Read that for me.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 12, and verse 1. Now Yahweh said unto the Abram, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy father's house unto a land that I will show thee. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great, that thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee. And in thee all families of the earth be blessed.
Right, and that's what people love to talk about. They say, see, hey, the Most High is going to bless them that bless thee. Right? What nation has ever blessed us? No nation has blessed us. Right? Come on. No nation has ever blessed us. And so we got to understand the judgment that's going to come down on this place. Hey, the Most High can't go against his own word.
That's right.
So if they were to bless us, then the books say that they got to be blessed. Right? But what nation has blessed us? Let me get First Maccabees 2:10. Right? They can bring up all these talks all day, all they want to, talking about reparations. They're not giving us no reparations. And like Adawan said, like Shemai already said, hey, we know what our reparations is. I don't want your reparations. This is the reparations that I want. Isaiah 14:1. That's the reparations that we're looking for.
That's right.
Your money, keep it, because we got something better in store that's coming. You can keep your dollars. We don't need it. Read that.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 2 and verse 10. What nation has not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils?
What nation? Every nation has had their hand in tearing us down. Right? Man, just on a lower level, right? When we think about like Moab, and we think about, you know, what they do, how they treat the sisters, how they treat our sisters. You know, I've seen videos of Moab dragging a sister out by her hair out the store. You know, they put their stores up in our neighborhoods, but then want to talk to us and treat us like we're animals. We're lower than animals. You know, Minister Society reference, hurry up and buy. You know, that's how they treat us. What nation has not had a part of our spoil? These nations ain't gonna bless us. Right? We are a nation not desired.
That's right.
Right? That's why we have to come together. That's why we have to stop looking to these other nations, looking for handouts. Stop looking to them to lock arms with us. You know, forget all that, man. To hell with all that. Like the precept Shemaiah pulled out, Isaiah again 14:1. That's the reparation I want.
God.
I want to see y'all go into captivity. Point blank, period. I want what happened to my people to happen to y'all. The same way y'all fed us to alligators, I want to throw your kids to alligators and watch them get snapped to pieces. That's what I want. But with that, hey, we've been rocking. It's 10:30 out there, so we go shut it down. Y'all got anything?
That was a good, powerful lesson right there. All of Israel need to hear this right here. We all need to stay on top of it and look at get the books and look and bring our minds to remembrance of what our ancestors went through. Don't be lackadaisical. Come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments so that we can hurry up and get the reparations from the Most High. Right? The quicker we get into this truth and we tapped in and locked in, guess what? The quicker the Yahushua comes. And then we'll take our part in taking the spoils and getting what's deserved from our ancestors. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So this was a powerful lesson, King. It was a good lesson. And I hope everybody was edified off of that. It was a great lesson.
I got something to show real quick. I ain't even gonna show the whole thing, but just in the spirit. Let me share this one time.
Don't make us pull up and drop shit. OTS, you can't stop shit. You know this land was stolen from us, God gon' get it back in blood. Jeremiah 51:20, I'm loading up these slugs. Every time a cracker killer stay sweep it under the rug. We them Israelites and some of us was crippin', some was blood. I ain't trying to glorify it, that's just simply what it was. I've been going through it ever since I was a jitterbug. Grew up on Section 8 EBTs while crackers oppressing us. We running down on each other like why we do they job for them. Then we locked up looking at them for help, niggas looking dumb. Brothers numb to the pain on all these pharmaceutical drugs. We gon' get it back in blood, yeah, how wish I come in and clutch. I pray Putin press the button even if I turn to dust. Pray before I go to sleep, Lizzie right next to the bed. I know angels watch over me, but still got one in the head. Ain't no other way to say it, feel like Daniel in the den. I'm cool with lions, gorillas, but not no snake, man, that shit dead. Death to America, God gon' get it back in blood. Jeremiah 51:20, I'm loading up this drum. Holy dove, I'm from the slums, can't help this shit, it's in my blood. I'm like, God play with my children, I'ma get it back in blood. Exodus 17:15, I wear navy blue and gold. You know what soldier never.
All right, that's it on that. But we got to get it back in blood.
That's right.
Damn right.
Gotta get it back in blood.
Get it back in blood. Hey, death to America.
DTA. DTA.
And yo, with that, let me get that verse. Daniel.
I got it. The book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Kwam
Yashala.
Get that thing back in blood. What do you say? And be SMUV while you getting it. What's SMUV? Oh, be smooth.
You know that's your boy out
west. Be smooth.
Be smooth. Okay, I got it.
Right. Okay,
that's right.
Be smooth. All right, and with that, with the Anointed House of Saints, Shalom, much love, Israel again. Hey, we are starting that prospecting phase here real soon. So it's that prospecting phase is gonna be starting within like a week or so. So if you want to do the work, shoot that email to AnointedHOS at gmail.com. And then come out here and do the work. But again, other than that, hey, Shalom, Yashrala.
Shalom. Also, I want to say this one last thing. Keep everybody in prayers. We've had a lot of brethren and sisters that's been sick here lately. Keep everybody in prayers. Keep the nation in prayers, and call out the names. Call out the name. That's what I want to say right there.
Khan. And with that, we out. Shalom.
Shalom.
This is not a test.
Black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin.